Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. On here, we do news coverage, and today we will focus on the protests in Los Angeles. These protests are protests against ICE moving into Los Angeles and basically detaining whoever the fuck they deem is an immigrant, as we will later find out. It's not targeted, it's random as hell, as a lot of US citizens, white people too, if you care about such things, have been arrested. Let's start with a clip here of protesters peacefully protesting on a road, blocking the entrance for the police being shot at with rubber bullets and tear gas flying in here, as you can see. And that seems like an escalation by the LAPD, or as we will later on also see, the San Francisco PD, as apparently they have pulled in different police departments here to take care of the situation. As we all know, the LAPD is corrupt, has always been corrupt. We know this at least since Rodney King, that the LAPD is a police force that is ruthless and is using tactics that are only used by fascist regimes, and here we see it on camera. We see one police officer just openly shoot at a reporter that is very clearly marked as a reporter and has a camera in her face, a microphone. She's been running there. If you watch the longer clip, she's been running around in front of them for some time, so they know that she's a reporter. And here you can see the scum literally aiming at her and shooting her. You see it? He's looking over here, takes aim, shoots at her deliberately, and hits her. Yes, these are non-lethal rounds, but if you know anything, even non-lethal rounds, such as these rubber bullets, are able to do some serious damage. I mean, if you get shot with this in the wrong place, you will have pain and maybe even a fracture that you shouldn't have had before. If you get shot in the eye, you may even lose your eyesight. So just because it's a non-lethal weapon does not make this okay at all. I want to say I love the protesters immediately rushing to the reporter, checking on her, asking if she's okay, which one against proves that we the people are the only thing that you can rely on. You cannot rely on these government tools to do anything other than uphold the fascist regimes which they work for. Here we have another case of police brutality, blatant as hell for all to see. This is what they do when they think no one looks at them. This is what they do when they think they have the upper hand. This is what they do when they think no one films them. Just people on horseback, police officers on horseback, hitting this unarmed protester multiple times over the head with sticks, pulling him down to the ground. I mean, look at that. Running over him with horses. Too bad there you cannot make out their faces, their IDs. Impossible to do. But this is very clearly police brutality. I was stuck there for a second because it seems that he had a camera on him, so it seems like he was actually not protesting but reporting in some sort of fashion about what is going on, as they kick that shit away from him when he's falling on the ground here. Let's look at the clip one more time, just so that you see how fascist pigs move and the tactics they use. So here he's on the ground. You see the camera there. Boom, they kicks it away. Destroyed the camera. Also landed on his arm, which is unpleasant. The horses there just like running into him, two of them, deliberately, and then he's hitting him over the head repeatedly with a stick, which is just it's just horrible to look at. It's just horrible to look at. These people are here to defend us, to defend we the people from enemies. And this is what you get for using your right to protest, using your constitutional rights. You get better pumped by a bunch of thugs. How amazing. And of course, we have another case of the LAPD escalating, this time in combination with the National Guard sent in by our favorite, DJ Donald Trumpus. I hate this person. I'm really over him. And yeah, we see people peacefully protesting here. We see the National Guard moving in with looking like my Call of Duty character, just absolutely in a whole monteur, just ridiculous. Ridiculous. So here they start escalating, they start pushing people, they start shooting at people, and in a second here, they open fire, rubber bullets, almost apparently for no reason. Look at the equipment they have on. They are geared for war, right? Because they know what they're doing is wrong, and here it starts. Boom, boom, boom. But as we can see, even the police department under Governor Newsom is guilty of this. They are all heavily escalating the situation. This is even I don't know what the fuck that was, tear gas, flash grenade. Who knows? But as you can see, most of these people are reporters running around with cameras. And these guys are just escalating on a ridiculous level. This is a tactic, I believe. They want to escalate so that something really bad happens, so that they have a reason to send in more troops and even use more escalatory methods. They are doing this on purpose. This is a calculated maneuver that they're doing. They're also trying to send a message to everyone who is not going to watch normal members of this community do their job. They are going into restaurants with flashbangs. Just even innocent normal people. You could go to a restaurant right now with your family, and an ice raid is happening. What is with you there with your grandma and she's getting flashbanged? They have no sort of they do not care about collateral damage. They do not care about it at all. These guys in the first row, most of them obviously are reporters, as you can see here, and they still fire at them. This dude here, these guys here, they being fired at for no fucking reason with rubber bullets. Like I said again, rubber bullets do some serious damage. It's still a bullet shot out of a gun. It's just a rubber bullet. So these guys are escalating this whole situation like crazy. And I say, do not stand down. Do not stand down to fascist pigs and a fascist takeover. In somewhat funny and positive news, so apparently a lot of the protesters went ahead to block the police from fucking with them, shooting rubber bullets at them, tear gas, macing them. They apparently ordered a couple of Waymos and placed them in the middle of the street and then set fire to them. Setting fire to them, okay, whatever, it's the Waymo car. Not that smart, but it's kind of funny. They're using AI in the battle to win this battle, okay. The craziest use of real life AI I have probably ever seen, okay. Here we have the letter of Governor Newsom to Pete Hegseth asking him to get rid of the National Guard that Trump has set in. This is to Secretary Hegseth. He's saying, listen, Section 12406 has certain clauses, can only be invoked under certain conditions. So these conditions are to repel an invasion of a foreign state, suppress a rebellion against the authority of the government, and execute the laws of the United States when the president is unable to do so. So there's not an invasion that's being repelled. Doesn't exist. These people protesting, most of them are U.S. citizens. As we have learned, a lot of them have been actually detained. As we can read here, a lot of U.S. citizens are being detained. Here, Matthew said a couple and two children. One of them was as a U.S. citizen, spent the night in a room with no beds and limited access to food and water. So these people are cracking down, not just on the migrants, and not just the bad migrants, as they were saying. They're cracking down on whoever it is they do not deem worthy to be in this country. Oh yeah, here Governor Newsom is just asking Pete Hegseth and the Trump administration to take the National Guard out of Los Angeles, as it's illegal. It is an illegal deployment of the National Guard. That's not even a question. Still, as we've seen, the LAPD is also guilty of crimes against the nation, to be honest, against the people. Here we see Secretary Kristi Noem, just one of the absolute worst human beings, a dog killer. She has literally killed dogs in her past. She is an absolutely vile human being that wallows in the pain and suffering of other people. She's saying a message to the LA rioters: you will not stop us or slow us down. ICE will continue to enforce the law, and if you lay a hand on a law enforcement officer, you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. So she's basically saying, listen, you're not protesting, you're rioting. Which is the tactic they're going to use. They're going to use escalatory mechanisms, as I've shown you before, hitting people over the head, shooting rubber bullets, tear gas bullets. Just the fact how they are dressed, how they are joining this whole situation is escalatory in every way deemable. I don't think you can look at this and say, oh, they are not escalating the situation. And they're escalating the situation, and now they're calling them rioters when, in America there's a right to protest, and you should never let off of that right to protest, because once that is gone, how else are you going to voice your opinion? And we have even more wrongdoing here of the LAPD. So here you will see a video of sort of forest fire being started by the LAPD by senselessly shooting all types of stuff somewhere, and you will see a rioter. I was almost repeating government propaganda. You will see a protester here trying to get rid of the fire. He's trying to pour water on the fire, and they are shooting even more. I don't even know what it is, a flare it looks like at him. And he's trying to get rid of the fire. He's trying to turn it out, and this is what's happening. They keep on shooting at him. And the news are saying there are several fires set throughout the city, and this is obvious proof that the LAPD is the one who are setting these fires. They're doing all they can to even keep these fires alive, with people who are trying to stop the fires being shot at. He has a laser pointer on him, so they're aiming at him, and you can't really see who's shooting at him here. But there's a guy standing there shooting flash grenades or whatever the fuck it is at him while he's trying to pour water over the fire. Just absolutely despicable behavior. I'm saying if there's another wildfire all throughout LA, downtown LA, everywhere, we know who it is. We know who it was. We have camera footage. We do have camera footage. And this is why I say, even though all this interconnectedness that we have going on is kind of dangerous, it is also a weapon to show the truth. This is obviously a fire done by the LAPD, and they are not, or the National Guard, and they are not even trying to look. They're not even trying to turn the fire off. This guy is here basically risking his life, risking going to jail to turn off the fire. And these guys are here just constantly, they keep on shooting him. Just despicable. And to maybe end this all on a little uplifting note, we see protesters here again setting fire to a Waymo. And as you can see, there's a lighter on top. I don't know if this is the guy from Channel 5, by the way, but this has a lighter on top of the Waymo, and here's one guy, and he's coming, and he had an intrusive thought, which is just a hilarious thought to have, and he's going to pour some water into the lighter system, and just making a splash here. Just having fun with it. Hey, you love to see it. At least somebody's having fun here. At least a little funny situation, a little happy moment throughout all of these horrible, despicable acts being carried out by the US government. I will do my best to keep on covering all of these situations. My name is Public Pulse. I will keep my hands on the pulse of the public. We will see what is going on, what the people are doing, and we will keep on covering all of the events happening throughout the world, all of the important stuff. So, if you want to see more coverage like this with footage you might have not seen before, subscribe to this YouTube channel and watch us grow and spread this information, all of this information that we need for us to come together throughout the World Wide Web. Have a blessed day, people. See you all soon. Bye.